A group of Iran's most prominent artists and cultural icons on October 27th celebrated the 43rd anniversary of the opening of Sangalaj Playhouse, Iran's oldest modern-era theater. When first inaugurated 43 years ago, the playhouse was called 25 Shahrivar, which reflects the day in which Iran's Reza Shah Pahlavi was forced by the Allied forces to abdicate, and his son Mohammad Reza ascended to the throne. Yet the name was changed to Sangalaj following Iran's 1979 revolution. According to Mehd news agency, the evening's event started with a speech by the young director of the old playhouse, Atabak Naderi. Naderi called the theater a priceless relic which must be handed down to future generations. He further explained that Sangalaj Playhouse occupies a special place in the history of Iran's theater because it started Iran's national theater movement. The theater director also criticized the lack of attention that this playhouse has received in the past 30 years, saying that the ceremony marking its inaugural date was aimed at paying respect to and reviving the old playhouse. Also addressing the attendees was a vanguard of Iran's theater, Jafar Vali, who recited a letter he had written from the perspective of the old playhouse. The letter started,
"Greetings from the fiber and filament of my being. Greetings to you who have thought of me on this 43rd year and threw a spring festival for me in the fall."
Vali went on to remind the audience that many vanguards of Iranian theater started their career at Sangalaj, and called the old playhouse a home for the old members of Iran's theater community. The contemporary Iranian author Mahmoud Dolatabadi, who also spoke at the event, assured the audience, quote,
"Theater in Iran will never die, and no one and no force can kill it."
Also during these ceremonies, two pioneers in the field of theater production, the set designer Ali Ashgar Rizeh and Sangalaj's first sound engineer Jahansuz Fuladi, were honored, Mehd news agency reported. According to Fars news agency, also inaugurated were a house of books and a theater cafe in which each table was decorated with the name and picture of one of the pioneers of Iranian theater. According to the actor and playwright Darush Modabian, Sangalaj Playhouse, under its previous name, opened its doors to public in 1965 in a neighborhood of Tehran called Sangalaj by a person called Babayan. Iran's national theater troupe was among the first to go on stage in its first season. Many of the most famous Iranian writers and directors such as Bahram Behzai, Ghulam Hossein Saedi, Akbar Rad, Parviz Bahram, Nosrat Navidi, and others started their career on that stage. Since 1979, the theater had been closed and abandoned until 6 months ago when renovation work on it was started. Sangalaj Playhouse was originally planned to be registered as a national landmark by the time of the ceremonies marking its 43rd year. Although this plan did not materialize, it is hoped that it will come through in the near future.